Yes, we are at E Lab Robotics, where they introduce robotics, an interdisciplinary way of bringing construction and the whole lot of different elements. Usually when people talk of robots, they probably think of the items that are used either in war. We've heard of drones, where we've heard of even private airplanes, which are sent to be used as human shields in the place of human beings. The world is changing. It has become a global village, and Zimbabwe has not been left behind. We actually have masters of robotics right here in Zimbabwe, and we are in Eastleigh, where we are going to be talking to experts from E Lab Robotics Trust, which empower learning communities from primary schools to high schools and even universities. So we are going to be discussing, and they are going to be telling us about the world of robotics and what they exactly do. I'm Ross Moyo for Technomag. Okay, so we are joined by Justice Gumbochena, the director of E Lab Robotics. The viewers want to know, what exactly is E Lab Robotics?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for hearing us on the platform today. Yes, E Lab Robotics is a very interesting story. It comes from e-learning. It started from the platform that we launched, which was a digital learning platform. We created one of our most intuitive platforms that was meant to help learners to learn from home, I think during the times of COVID. But then again, it was more of a national cyber project, which later on evolved to the robotics program that we are doing right now in 10 provinces in Zimbabwe.
Yes, the other thing, Zimbabwe is on a technological drive that goes beyond STEM, where we're looking at science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And actually beyond, there is also arts added to it. What is your role as E Lab when it comes to falling in line with the government mandate?
Oh yeah, this is a very interesting question. As the E Lab, we feel like we have the mandate to make robotics a bit more inclusive, a bit more intuitive, a bit more engaging, kind of animated, and also involved, and want it to be a bit more inclusive in its broad, in its scope as well. So what we've done is the E Lab, we managed to come up with a platform that makes robotics a bit more inclusive to all communities as well. So we're trying to look at the engagement factor as well. Like now, learning is a bit more boring, but now robotics, as you look at it in education, it complements all learning, and it makes learning a bit more intuitive and also more engaging as well. So now, all the kits that you see here in the E Lab can use it in the day-to-day learning activities as well. We have the AI robots as well that can be used in teaching mathematics that addresses also the engagement factor as well. So if the learner therefore been learning mathematics, but an AI-based robot that can also help as well in learning mathematics, and also to bring also the engagement factor as well. So it's very interesting. For instance, when you are learning mathematics, you can pause the robot. You can even embed some AI into the robot so that the engagement is even better as well. So let's say the learner is trying to learn something, then they are confused, and you just ask the robot to repeat. Then you can also repeat. It addresses that engagement factor as well. You can also make learning take place in a very engaging environment as well. like we've got augmented reality kits like these ones that we can also use in our learning as well. So everything that is there to learn, they can find it on this augmented reality kit as well. Also have virtual reality. So if you combine augmented reality, virtual reality, and this robot, it's crazy. It's an immersive learning journey that is highly project-based and also inquiry-based. So they can use all these to ask intricate questions of life, and they can also get to a platform where they can also solve day-to-day challenges using this robot as well. So we managed to come up with both the platform and also the hardware as well. When we combine all together, that is what we call the E Lab. That is the combination of the learning platform and also the hardware that they use in learning robotics.
Oh, that's very interesting. So in other words, you are actually in schools. You're working with school children. From what age are you introducing robotics, and from what level up to which level?
Well, yes, we believe that robotics is more about creativity, innovation, and problem solving. These things, they start even when the kids start to gain their consciousness. So at the moment, you are starting from ECDA up to post learning age, which is post PhD. So we've been in communities. We've got our flagship school, which is here in Harare, Westridge. We started from ECD up to grade 7. We're also with Form 1 up to Form 6 in those who are at universities, various universities, and those who are doing research in different areas as well. So we believe that robotics is more about 5 C's. That is collaboration, where they work together, is teamwork, right? So we encourage teamwork, there's communication skills. These they start from tender ages. We also have creativity and innovation. We also have computational skills, that is the natural literacy skills with medical skills. So all these are ingrained in robotics. So we believe that this starts from early age. So to answer your question, start from ECD up to the highest level of learning.
This is breaking new ground, because the curriculum of the Zimbabwean education system did not have robotics. So we are saying that you introduced robotics in a sense. So how then are you augmenting that with new curriculum? When we go to tertiary, it's now called 5.0 education. It used to be 3.0, where it was just looking at academics. But now that it is 5.0, it has added industrialization to it. And how are you augmenting that?
Yeah, that's a very that's a very interesting part. Like when we started robotics, it was part of what is called STEM, STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. But it has grown way beyond that. Now we are including also A for arts. We also believe that creativity and imagination are also important in robotics, and also in learning anything that is there under the sun. Even the old Greek philosophies, they also subscribe to the notion that imagination is powerful than intelligence. So there are also kids who are also good at arts, who are also part of this robotics ecosystem as well. So that's why we've got 3D modeling, 3D printing is part of robotics as well, whereby they imagine things and they model them as well. So now we also have R that is reading. So in other countries there's now STEAM that goes way beyond STEM, in the thing that reading is also important in robotics. We have to have an engineer who is so articulate, he can also address as well. So robotics is involved. So now when you look at the vision that the Ministry of Education has right now, I think what we do and what they're doing fits together like a jigsaw, and we complement also their vision as well, bringing in not only STEM but STEAM, going beyond STEM to make it more stream. And also what we are doing is now we are making robotics more relatable, and we try to demystify everything that is there in robotics. Some of the things that is only for engineers, but we believe that robotics is more bigger in scope. We've got a partnership with Arizona State. They've got a very flexible program called the ethics, engineering projects and community services. So in robotics also got robotics project in community services as well, where we also ask our kids as well to identify the challenges that they have in their own communities as well, right? And they model those prototypes. They also pitch the projects as well to their community leaders as well. And they can also come up with a problem statement whereby they also tell us about the journey that they would take as well to articulate and also to come up with solutions. So if you look at now the new curriculum, it's looking at, it's more project-based actually, whereby the kids, they work on various projects which they can also submit at the end of their learning term. At the end of the day, you see that there is some bit of integration now and the complement from the E Lab to invite all the schools to come to tour our robotics center. We also support them with hardware, with the equipment, and also with our expertise to guide their learners that they are more useful in communities, at school, and in their societies as well.
Well, I remember the then Minister of Science, Technology, Tertiary Institutions, Professor Abon Murira. He is now the Minister of Foreign Affairs. But when he was the Minister of Science, Technology, and Tertiary Institutions, he is the one who initiated the STEAM that you're talking about, where we are saying science, technology, engineering, arts. He added the arts aspect, and then it became STEAM, and then you've got mathematics. So as you are elucidating that the arts has a role to play even in the development of robotics in a sense, that's very, very interesting. We are also aware that you have partners that you work with. You may want to shed light on that.
Oh yes, like we are alluding to from the onset, the E Lab is a platform that is a convergence of different players. We have the academia, we have the researchers, with the industry, who all come together to form a platform called the E Lab. So we have Arizona State University, who've been working with us, especially on the EPICS program. So they wanted to look at a dimension where robotics is useful. Robotics is kind of pragmatic and also visible in communities. You don't need to explain what robotics is, you don't need to be technical. But when you convert just a normal wheelchair to a smart wheelchair, people would understand what robotics is. Don't need to go deeper into the intricacies of what it is in robotics. So now we have a program that we are working on that is more community-centric, that makes robotics a bit more interesting, more intriguing, like smart wheelchair projects. It's robotics that is more community aligned, and also have the assistive technologies for the blind. That brings also intuitive tools that makes also people who are partially or totally blind to navigate spaces, to move from one place to another and all that. So we've got Arizona State University. We also have the Wicklet. Wicklet is a UK-based partner of ours. They have a very intuitive and a very interactive platform that we use to address the engagement factor. We also have the Bridge to Africa, that is our parent partner that is based in South Africa. We also have different players as well, but Microsoft, who, they also are a part of us as well, especially with their 365 ecosystem. They've been also pivotal in making the E Lab a bit more intuitive as well. So we have also a team from EPICS that usually visit every May. We meet them here in South Africa. This year we built to meet them around August. So we've got very powerful academic partners that forms the E Lab platform. So it's made up of researchers, the industry partners. So we're trying to look at a bigger picture to make this whole platform complete when we give mentors to all the learners who come to the E Lab. So we have different schools as well that are our partners. We've got ATS schools. Most of the leading ATS schools, they are part of the E Lab as well. So when the schools join the E Lab family, it means that they can get access to all these gadgets, and they can also come to the robotics championship that we have. Like this year, with a big championship on the 25th of July and also on the 27th of June. Our partners all converge as well to support the bigger vision to make robotics more community-centric, and also they want as well to participate in the social corporate responsibility as well, to be giving back to communities. So all these players, they come to our platforms, to our fairs, to our championships, and also to our robotics fundraisers as well.
Speaking about the championships, well, that's very interesting, the robotics championships. Are you saying that the whole world, or it's just Zimbabwe, who are you competing with at these championships? Who is competing against who? And what is the main task from these championships?
Oh, thank you so much. This is very interesting. I think this is the highlight of this interview, to talk about this championship. So over the years, we're trying to look at a homegrown robotics championship for Zimbabwe. So we are so happy that we launched this last year at HIT, where the diplomatic community also attended, and also some representatives from various ministries. So there are powerful platforms that are more foreign-based. But when we travel and we go there, we are building Legos, and they are not related to the challenges that we face here. So we're trying to come up with a platform that is homegrown, a platform that is which is a Zimbabwean flair and a Zimbabwean flavor as well, whereby our learners, they come, and also educators and different players. We come up with a platform where learners, they can come up with solutions that are based, or that addresses their own communities as well. So we come up with our own homegrown solutions on that championship, and the winners, they will be participating, fighting for the grand prize. So that is something that we are looking at. So fortunately, this was so successful last year when we launched it. So this year is it's a different year, whereby we are riding on the momentum of that inauguration that we had last year. So schools are coming, they've got different challenges that they're working on. Last year it was climate change simulation challenge in sustainability, and most of the players, they were also aligned to that, because we're trying to look at the reality of climate change, sustainability. Can they come up with some simulation platforms as well? Can the students go to the medical department and interrogate them as well about our weather patterns, and why we're getting also droughts, and also sometimes we get some of the challenges that we have, right? So can they use such platforms as well to come up with their own solutions? So it's something that we're looking at. So this year we've got also another theme, that is robotics for the good. So that is what we are celebrating this year. What is robotics? Why robotics? Is robotics good for us? Are robotics coming to destroy us? Can we leverage AI and robotics to make our societies better? So our theme this year is robotics for the good, and we'll be talking about not only these gadgets and to experience how they can mesmerize us, or the motion, but we're looking at the challenges that they can solve, like this robotic arm. Can we take this robotic arm into the industry where there is extreme heat or extreme weather conditions? Can we use robotics as well to solve some of the challenges, like poaching, agriculture challenges? I think I'll be talking about drought and all those things. So this is the rationale for having a homegrown challenges platform, so that the kids, they look at the challenges that they're facing every day, and we give them some awards. So there's a powerful category for individual projects, whereby the learners are going to be given a prize for the best project that address their challenges that they face in their communities. So that is why we came up with this homegrown robotics competition. So it's a very powerful platform here.
According to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 13, SDG 13, it focuses on climate change and action. You just mentioned that you have the competition where the kids were given an opportunity to fight, or to help in the fight against climate change. Climate change is a reality. As you know, the weather patterns have actually caused a lot of havoc. Recently we had an El Nino situation where the agricultural sector was affected. The rains did not come as anticipated. We therefore had little grain, and the government had to import grain from other countries to try and augment its own supply. So climate change is a real concern, and robotics, you are saying, is actually coming as an answer to climate change. You may want to tell us, perhaps you do have some of your children who participated in this robotics, who came up with solutions to fight climate change, whereby it could address the agricultural situation that way. Perhaps you can.
Oh yes, yes. I think our conversation is taking us to a very interesting place right now, whereby we are looking also at the solution that we are working on, the platform that we are giving the learners as well. Like this year, we are looking at Smart Agriculture Challenge as well, whereby we are going to be giving them some kits. We're going to give them some bit of guideline as well, how they can also look at agriculture. How can we bring some bit of revolution to our agriculture terrain here in Zimbabwe. So it's going to be a very interesting challenge we are going to be having this year, the Smart Agriculture Challenge. We are going to be asking the learners also to look at our farming dynamics here and how can we leverage innovation, technology and AI as well, not only predictive AI but also to augment robotics and AI in terms of mechanization and how best also our learners can also come up with solutions that also speak to sustainability as well. So like this year, I think we have about 7 schools that are coming. I'm not going to mention their names, but yeah, I think in the next weeks we're going to be announcing them. So they are predominantly ATA schools, so we have also met with them as well to also look also at the farming dynamics in Zimbabwe and how they can leverage also robotics and combine it with mechanization, also coupled with AI as well, to come up with such solutions. Can Zimbabwe retain its food security role in Africa, leveraging also what we see here? So we think that this is the platform that they can also leverage, and they can also work also on different solutions that they can have. So like now we have a lot of goodwill from our partners, looking at what they've seen in the potential of the E Lab as well, to empower our learning communities, because our mantra is empowering learning communities through STEAM. So we are going to be helping them not only in coding or in programming, but we're also going to help them as well in how robotics can also help in agriculture, from surveillance, soil sampling, crop counting, anti-poaching, and many other areas of our economy. So in this case, we are also looking at how best now this platform can help the learners as well to come up with their own solutions as well, that are not only agro-based, but that can also support the whole economy in terms of sustainability.
Well, that's a mouthful, but that shows that you are certainly bringing that requisite change. We shift from SDG 13 to SDG 11, which focuses on smart cities, sustainable cities. It's talking about bringing safe and resilient, sustainable cities. You mentioned about smart wheelchair, and you also mentioned about an assistance device for the blind. Not long ago, Elon Musk invented a certain device that actually assists the blind. It appears you are also wanting to aim not just for that, but beyond that. So when you talk about devices that assist the blind, it basically means that you are looking at the minorities and how they can also be included in this robotics revolution that is upon us. So you could perhaps shed light on how you are helping those who cannot see be able to see, so to say, and those that are struggling, who are not able to walk, that smart wheelchair, how is it helping?
Well, thank you so much for that. Yeah. So what we're trying to look at as well is the E Lab Robotics. We're trying to look at how can we give the learning communities equal opportunities. So when we traveled around Africa, especially South Africa, we realized that learners with disabilities sometimes they are excluded from the whole learning economy. So sometimes they they face a bit of stereotypes and they face a bit of exclusion. So we're trying to look at an inclusive platform. Then we also looked at the solutions that are currently there right now. Microsoft has got its own platforms, right, that also help the visually impaired. But some of the platforms that they have are not that intuitive and also engaging as well. So we have to partner with the EPICS program, the engineering projects and community services. So it's a group of young engineering students from Arizona State University. So these were the young team that also came up with a platform that has got its own hardware as well. So they were trying to look also at the hardware part and also a platform as well. So the platform that they are working on right now is a platform where someone who is blind, they can also go to a browser and they can be able as well to browse internet without any distractions as well. It's something that we saw as a big breakthrough, and something that is also giving them some bit of an edge, not only in navigating the still waters of the internet, but also to help them to be focused as well, as they are also serving internet for academic purposes and also for glean on important information. So it's a platform that we are working on, and we are going to be unveiling it soon. But it's something that is some bit of a milestone on our part, because now that community is feeling a bit included, and we're also looking at also the hardware as well. While they are learning, can it help to make them a bit more important in the community, like when they are using the orthodox, the old braille platforms, they feel a bit more excluded and left out, because technology is a bit exponential. It's moving at a very fast rate. Are there other interventions that can come up as well, that as they are using braille, that can be converted to audio, to sound, so that it's more engaging in how they are using braille as well. So while they are browsing internet, can they get that engagement effect as well? So it's something that we're trying to bring all the pieces together, so that while they are using braille, it's easier, and they can also learn in a very smarter way, in a very engaging way. To those who are wheelchair bound as well, we just saw that they are also going through a lot, especially to those who got some severe dispositions, like those who are autistic. Those who are autistic, they struggle maybe with movement and also their hands, their whole body. So we try also to convert the wheelchair. Then we can also install some tablets and also Wi-Fi, and they can also have everything at their fingertips in terms of mobility, even learning as well. They can also navigate the whole room without someone helping them. So want to give them some bit of autonomy in how they operate in day to day. When someone has left them home, can they move from point A to B? Can they also learn using the wheelchair? What other extension that we can put? Like our learners now, they're learning about IoT, the Internet of Things. Can we connect that to the internet as well? That it becomes a bit more smarter and more intuitive. Can we also move on from IoT to artificial intelligence of things, while they're also using the wheelchair, that is AIoT. So it's a very interesting dynamic that we are facing right now in this exponential world where things are moving in a very fast rate. Can we leave this community a bit unattended, or we need to move with them as well? Thanks to Elon Musk is just breaking all the rules of technology and of innovation with this Neuralink and everything. But us also think that there's something that we can also go as well, to come up with our own homegrown solutions. When you go to Jero's Jiri, you can interview 10 different blind learners. They are different in their dispositions. There's no universal blindness. Some are partially blind, some are totally blind, some are in the process of getting blind. We can't give them the same diagnosis and the same equipment or the same devices. So I think we need a very engaging team as well, even from us, that go and talk to them and listen to their stories on what they are going through, so that when you're coming up with a solution, the solutions are homegrown, customized for their situation. So there's no one size fit all. Like now we're importing everything from the UK, from America, but those solutions cannot just go on and fit in the kids and Jairus gym. We need to see, listen to their stories, and come up with a solution that suits their needs. That's why we are trying to look also at that community as well, through the E Lab Robotics Trust, to research more, to go deeper, to listen to their stories, and come up with the homegrown solutions that are customized to their dispositions.
I love that one, homegrown solutions. I'm reminded of Kapota School of the Blind, which is somewhere in Mashingo. It is called Kapota School of the Blind, but you realize that most of the learners there, you come across some who are suffering from the skin pigmentation of albinism. It appears that they realize that when they go to school with blind peers, the blind peers will not be able to laugh at them for suffering from a skin pigmentation of albinism, because they are blind. Unlike when they mix and mingle with some peers of their age who are able to see, they sometimes lose morale when kids are kids and start laughing at one another or scorning one another.